Okay. Hello and welcome to House of Lee NYC's Dog Walk Talks. So here's the dog. And we are in New York City. Today's topic, we are going to continue from the shorts when you don't want to apologize. Don't you hate it when you don't want to apologize, but maybe you should? So the story is this, as we're walking, and by the way, we are on the Upper West Side of New York City in Manhattan. We are passing the famous Fairway Market, if you've heard of it before. And so this will be a dog walk plus let's talk about what we don't want to do and then the solution for it. How's that sound? So Fairway Market is coming up and we're approaching Broadway. Let's see, I'll turn it around. Fairway, do you see it? Fairway Market, like no other market except ShopRite bought them, and so now it's kind of like every other market. But anyway, topic, you don't want to apologize, but maybe you should. So here's the backstory. Sometimes you're in a situation where things are getting heated and you know that even though you feel you're in the right, or for whatever reason you don't really want to apologize, but saying those three simple words, I am sorry, will help things out. And then in the end, you become the sane person in the situation. So here we go. Oh, we have the light. Let's go. Come on. So if that has ever happened to you, let me know. Put in the comments. And also, the key to it is to keep it as basic as possible. You don't need to get into a lot of unnecessary words. You just say, you know what? I see that I have XYZ here and you were trying to do this, and so I'm sorry. And that's it. That's all you have to do to apologize. So, as we're walking, take you now, we're headed to Riverside Park. And you know, here's the thing about apologies. You have to, yes, put your pride and ego to the side. If you're just joining, we're doing a dog walk talk here in New York City. This is the dog, my dog, we're walking. We are live in New York City. We're on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. And the topic for today's dog walk talks is when you don't want to apologize, but maybe you should. And this is a continuation off a short from the other day, so you can always go back to that. But here's the deal. We may not want to apologize. It sucks to have to do sometimes, and we may not even feel that we're wrong, right? I certainly felt that way the other day, I'll tell you what. But when you can say, I am sorry, and an apology that doesn't include that or includes anything other than that is not an apology. If you say, I apologize, or my apologies, or I'm sorry, if you feel that, that's not an apology. An apology is three words, I am sorry. And so the thing is, when you put your pride and ego aside, and here's the thing, another thing is, it's like flexing a muscle. The more you do it, the easier it gets. But apologizing can open the doors for more connection and communication ultimately. So isn't that the goal, to not have conflict? And just so you know, as an aside, we passed Fairway Market, which is a famous market here on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. And so you can go back later and check it out. But we are now headed, there's a cab, almost got hit. This is West End Avenue. Very fancy schmancy high rises. And we're headed toward Riverside Park because that's where my dog likes to go. And anyway, okay, so back to apologies. When you put your pride and ego aside, things can happen, doors can open. I'll give you an example. So last week, I got into a kerfuffle. let me just say kerfuffle. And the only way out was through. And the only way out was through. And I'm sorry on my part because I wanted to stop the drama and the madness. So to stop the drama and the madness immediately is to say those 3 words. So what happened is I got into a conversation on email, via email. And here's the thing. I just shouldn't have done the email. That's really the main takeaway. And then apologize. But then, anyway, so we got into this back and forth discussion. And I was getting riled up. They were getting riled up. And so I was like, you know what? What's the lesson I need to learn here? And the universe said, you must apologize. I was like, oh, I don't want to apologize. But I did. In my last response of all the back and forth thing, it was simply, I seem to have caused some complication here. And I feel you intended to this and I did that. I am sorry. Please let me know if I can help out in any other way, blah, blah, blah. But I'm sorry. And do you know what happened? 2 things happened. The cotton, I'm going to get woo-woo here for a second. So bear with me. What happens is you change the energy around yourself because do you know what happened? Wait, this is Riverside Drive. Okay. Don't hit me. All right. Yeah, we jaywalk all the time. Can you jaywalk in your town? I heard once that you can get a ticket in LA if you jaywalk. All right. How we doing, girl? How we doing? All right, she's not looking. But anyway, okay. So, here's a conundrum. Not a conundrum, but what would you do? There's a sign here that says, no pets and no sports. Would you let your dog go in or wouldn't you? Anyway, come on, girl. I don't do that. I tend to follow the rules because I don't want other people to be pissed off at us as dog owners, And I do pick up the poop. So we'll have our poop scoop takeaway in a moment. But anyway, where was I? Apologies. So when you do that, this is what happened to me. I made the apology, and then a couple days later, who knew? The people I was in the conflict with emailed back, and they're like, oh yeah, we'd be happy to work with you on blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, cool. But then 2 people out of my past who had ghosted me, we all get ghosted, right? And when that happens, people just delete. I don't believe in having 7,000 Facebook friends or all the friends part if you're not really my friend. I delete people all the time. It's why my numbers are so low on Facebook, for example. But anyway, 2 people sent me these long overdue, years long apologies. What a coinky dink is that? I was like, oh my gosh. Now I will tell you that apologizing with the I am sorry, because that's the only way to apologize, is, hang on, I see text down below. What does that mean? Hi, Weston. How are you doing? Have you ever apologized? Or do you want to? Anyway, so it will change the dynamic of your universal energy, I guess. So there's a hidden benefit to being able to say, I am sorry. So try it and tell me how it goes. And if you have a don't you hate it when that needs a fix, please hit me up. I'd be happy and would love to help. Please hit follow and subscribe and get notified. Thank you so much for attending and watching my very first Vertical Live. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.